Yeah, I'm back, y'all. Welcome back to the Wilderness Podcast. Oh man, it's the show tonight. Oh man, I have to talk about this show. First of all, just to let you guys know, I told you my dad was coming in. Yeah, he made it. He arrived in on time. I'm happy. He is safe. He's asleep. That man did so much good work on the road. There's one thing I know he can do better than anybody that I know. Is he can drive. I can drive my ass off. My pops, that's my guy right there. When it comes to driving, let me tell y'all something about 12 years ago. Yeah, probably about 12 years ago. Uh, it was no, it was longer than that, man. It was like maybe about 14 years ago. We was coming back from Pensacola, Florida. It was 14 years ago because my grandfather's funeral. He passed away in 2011. Me and Pops was living with me at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it was a tumultuous feeling. Still watch my granddaddy, that was that's my mama daddy. So he was like my daddy too, Like I was raised reservation style. I told you guys this, but check this out for real. We in the Grand Prix. Pops got him when he first moved with me, and he got his money right and everything was square. So we went to the car lot, got him a Grand Prix, 2005 Grand Prix. It was nice too. It had that chameleon mixed color paint style. It's crazy because like my wife at the time had a dope ass Beetle, and they had the same paint jobs. Wild shit, right? But check it out. Like we driving and we pushing through, and it was raining like a motherfucker, man. It was bad. I mean, raining horribly bad. So seeing the damn car just hit brakes and skid out and was turning sideways, hit another car, bam, hit a truck, bam, and they slid to the side of the median and shit. Pops hit brakes, paused, kept going. He ain't even paused. Matter of fact, he ain't hit no brakes. He drove right through that shit. Crazy shit I've ever seen in my life. We saw everybody night go real fucking bad. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And we coming from Pensacola. It's about 11 o'clock at night, raining in Atlanta. We driving right through the city at the time. That shit was the wildest, craziest accident I've seen happen in front of my face. Pops drove through that bitch like a goddamn champ. Like it was. I said, "Oh, wow." So that's when I knew. I'm like, my pops is the best driver I've ever seen. It's like when he in that cockpit, it's when he in that driver's seat. It's like he become alive. Shit's amazing. I had to get that out the way because pops is arriving. But let's get to the meat of the show tonight. Why do do white people have cousins? I saw this shit trending on TikTok. Do white people have cousins? They do, but you got to understand. They have done some of the most formidable shit to their family members. You think white people treat black people bad? I hope you understand the history of white people, first of all. Do they understand the history of themselves? No. No, 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 no. It's quite grotesque. Let's take it back from we're going to take one angle. There are a multitude of angles of why and how white people ended up the way they ended up. You have to read books like by Neil Painter. You have to read books in the history of white people that white people wrote, like Jacqueline Badalora, Tim Wise. You know, see, white people are extremely individualistic and rugged. And when I tell you they want what they want, why do you think they take in each other's kids because of the atrocious natures of the homes that they grew up in and how when you can't really go to jail, when you are connected throughout every part of white dominant society, there are no checks and balances. You understand? So when you have no checks and balances, who can check you? You know the judges, you know the police chief, you know the whole goddamn police department. You know every intricate being involved in how to get in and out of anything, and even how to beat murder and every other thing. See, and being white in America, an overlay society, white people have the ability to get away with murder depending on who you murder, especially even each other. Do you understand how many crimes are not committed in the Midwest? Yeah, these white towns, a great deal of incest. Y'all know it. A great deal of uncles marrying their little fine ass Sally Ann niece, Betty Sue, or what's the Lynn? Jody Lynn. Always wearing them short shorts. See a pussy print, nipples be poking out. You know that you like, oh, that little girl she don't know how fine and what she ought to do to my brother's daughter. You see how Trump talk about his daughter? See, these are the secrets that y'all don't understand that go on in places that I come from, like Pensacola, Florida, those little places like that. You get to see all the dirt. I'm talking about meth addicts, drug addicts, uh, sitting up for days and months and Sundays not bathing, getting high. I'm talking about literally thinking they love the water, jump in the water, but don't take baths and don't use soap. Know how to save money, call it living on the land when they don't even bathe. You don't understand the grotesque shit I have seen. White people do with my own eyes. And especially when it comes to incest and fucking and them little mills where they they get through having their little babies and let that little coochie get horny. So they either they want BBC or they want a little young white cock. Uh-huh. They get horny, they want to screw. And the morals and ethics aren't deeply embedded in white society, white Christian society, the dominant society, none whatsoever, because they cover up for the filth. I'm not saying there's not any decent white people out there. I'm not saying there's not any decent white Christians or anybody like that, but they cover up for their filth. I'm telling you, I know a great deal. I grew up with them. And then when you got real white friends, they'll tell you all the shit that's going on in their families, and they say, white people have no room to say anything negative, horrible, or bad about black people and how black people grew up. They know who caused these problems because they understand what exists in their own grotesque communities. See, you think when you got to build walls and separations in your homes and shit like that, think about what you're capable of doing and why you don't want people to see your dirty laundry and you air it out on TV with all your shows. You think about it started with Desperate Housewives and shit like that. And then that was the real TV show. Then it became fucking reality people willing to uh, share their lives and degrade themselves on TV in front of the whole motherfucking world. And say, shit, I'm rich, I can drive a Bentley, I can live like, but you have no dignity. Everybody knows you're a clown, a fool, a buffoon, or a retard. And excuse my French, I don't call people that have and suffer from Down syndrome retarded. I'm talking about people with functional able bodies. Functional able bodies, but a person with Down syndrome can outthink you. No pun intended, whatsoever. They're the purest form of beings and can learn a lot from them. But some people, they love to punch down. I don't like to punch down. I like to give you reality. If I'm gonna punch you, I'm gonna punch you in person in your face. I don't like talking a whole lot of shit on the internet unless I'm speaking facts and truth, being, giving you information that I think is qualified to be said, while we still have some form of educational free speech, I guess. Because damn, you say anything about certain people, your ass getting fucking canceled, 86th, done away with. So this show is not designed to punch down in the first place. I got a child. I got this. My sister bought me this shirt. It's me and my baby. We was in Pensacola. We was at we was on the beach. We was at Pensacola Beach having a good time, and she was, I gotta show you the shirt. So my sister came over tonight to see what pops. You know what I'm saying? And my beautiful niece. She's like my first daughter. You know what I'm saying? So it was a dope situation. Hold on, my peoples was happening. My guy, what's going on? How you doing? I'm doing a show. Yeah. I don't mind answering the show because my shit be live, but you know what I'm saying? I'll get you back in a minute. Yes, sir. All right, my brother. Got something? Got something for you, my brother. I appreciate you. We'll talk. Yes, sir. Yep. So the one thing that's awesome about understanding people is you don't have to pretend for them either. You understand what I'm saying? So the problem with a lot of relationships within this country is people think that people don't know. And a lot of times, shit, everybody knows. You're the only one pretending that don't nobody know. It's almost like the person that thinks they're the smartest in the room and everybody knows they're just not. They just not. Or when they fart and tell somebody, hey, why you smell like that knowing that they did it? You see how fucking stupid that is? So, do white people have cousins? Yeah, but they'll fuck them. That's the thing. They have done some of the most grotesque shit to each other. The only thing they have is whiteness. It's sad, but in some situations, this is true. That's why you have some brave white souls that will get on this internet and tell you how much they have white fatigue. And they're tired of dealing with their own because of the hypocrisy and the bitter hatred for other people and thinking and wishing and believing as if you're better than someone when you have no conscience and no soul. You know what I mean? Some of you behave that way, and I can't speak for all white people. That would be extremely unfair. But you know who you are, and you can't act as if you don't, because you do. No. So, what you have to understand is, I tell you, white people practice a high rate of incest. How do you think you maintain whiteness? It shouldn't be possible, but that's why, and that's how. If you were created and came from the nut sacks of black people and you have mutated throughout time to become what you are, and now you see that 500 years is over and you see all these white girls wiping all the coal out their eyes, like, wait a minute. I really don't even like nothing that look like me. You got some white guys out there like, not into white girls. Never have been. Don't know what it is. Feels like my sister. You have some white girls feel like I can't possibly date a white guy because he feels like my brother or he just hates everybody. He just hates the world. So I think they should just be with themselves because and also white girls have admitted to when they date white guys like each other a little too much. Too much. See, too much. Like prefer to be around, like yearn for their homeboys when they got a wife or a girlfriend where they can be knee deep in some, and they want some. I'm saying, I get to see these movies out here, these shows. They keep on having this perpetual, uh, slight push. You see how homosexuality was extremely heavy. So now they got all this. Everybody's bi. No, everybody's not. Young folks, don't fall for that shit. Don't degrade yourself like this. I can't speak for women. I'm talking about men. I cannot speak for women. I can't simply because I'm not a woman. And I think that all women got a little gayness in them anyway. Y'all synchronize with periods. You know, you're attracted to each other. You show too much emotional hatred towards each other. Y'all like each other a little too much. Even y'all like looking like each other. But see, men, when men like looking like other men, you better watch your goddamn behavior, boy. That ain't how you supposed to behave. You're supposed to be individualistic as a man. That's how you set trends. You can't do that by talking and acting like and being like somebody else. If you're a man, you're a man. If you're a boy, you're a boy. If you admire somebody, that's cool. But don't take that shit overboard. You better know how to tweak the tools for you to apply to you so that you can be the man you're supposed to be. You can't go around here behaving like nobody else. That ain't authentic. You a fan. I don't like fans, like friends. Authentic friends at that. You understand what I'm saying? So dig me and dig me well, man. Like I love to be cool. I'm cool with everybody. I have a lot of great friends in my life, and I promise you I love them. Like I love myself. Meaning I don't defile, I defend, don't deceive. I don't provoke or promote. I provide my friendship in good handmanship. Hand to hand, friend. Shake. Yeah, that's how that goes. We good. That's how that goes. See. But see, some people like to take things into a perverted nature that it should never go. That's your fundamentals are flawed. You're not rooted right. Maybe you've been touched or told something wrong. But men do not have, it should not have, the want, need, or capability to need affection in that way from another man unless you would tamper with and something wrong. Something ain't right with you like that. So I guess that's a lot of times when, I don't know, bro. I think did I grow up with my pops in my home? No, but my relationship with my pop always been good. And my mother, the relationship I had with my mother, me and my mother used to be able to talk about anything and everything. She raised me like that. I'm grateful for that. She kept me transparent, open. She even asked me questions like, "You ain't? Oh no, mom, I love with love like that. I know I ain't got nothing to worry." She knew the nature of her son. She knew how I used to look at her pretty friends. She knew how I used to look at my sister's friends. I'm just saying, man, being a man is not something you should be ashamed of. Having a strong nature and infamy and love for women is something you should not be afraid of or ashamed of. Don't let nobody tell you different. That's not weird. That's nature. Shit. You should love a beautiful woman. And as a man, that's your goddamn right. So, the reason why I bring it up is because you think about, I told you, you got do white people have cousins? I think white people got a lot of white fatigue and it's showing. The armor is breaking. The armor of white supremacy is being torn down as we speak every day. I think they're really sick of each other. I think they're yearning for diversity and don't know how to ask for it. I think they're ashamed at the fact that they have told the world lies and acted and behaved as if they have been someone they just not. I think they're tired of pretending. I think they're tired of acting as if they are the UNO. I think they are screaming for some solutions. They just too star-hearted and proud to act. This is like a child. It's like a child that done treated their parents bad, spat in their face, shot them, done everything they could, and just shit on their parents and say, "I know more than you motherfucker. You ain't nothing. You my parent. And you know everything." Ah! See, that's that rage and shit they got. They come out, he's like, they just don't want to say, "Oh, mom and dad, I'm sorry. I want to come back home. I want to learn. I want to be a better person." But you got to strip away your white supremacist ways. You got to practice some humility. You have to know that you're not the star of the show and you never were. You just told yourself that shit. Now it's costing you. You're a part of humanity. You better fucking act like it. You better understand how to learn and garner and get some respect about yourself. Stop acting like a booger. Stop acting like you know every damn thing and you don't. Stop acting, period. Because when you act supreme, it's a joke. We laugh. We laugh and point at a walking hypocrite. You believe your own shit too much and you taking yourself entirely too seriously. Now it's time for you to fall back into the fold and take your rightful place, not in front. See, that's not where you belong. You better figure that out. And half of you that are so conflicted is because you got probably a large amount of black in you might want to discover so that you can see why you have empathy, love, and appreciation and a mind and move forward. And you want to connect with other people, but your parents taught you not to. See, now you know why and it's hard to deal with the fact that your fucking parents have lied to you profusely. That goes for immigrants too. That goes for all of the cans that couldn't. You became can nuts because you refused to be a con. That's the show tonight for the second time, ladies and gentlemen. White people, black folks are your number one dad. See? Come let daddy teach you some things. You see, your women and already took off. They said, yeah, they right. Once you go black, you never go back. And some of the white boys be like, well, I sure have always just had an infamy and love for some black women. That's because I got another little secret for you slow folks. We're your cousins, your older cousins. And we've been knowing the scam you've been running the whole goddamn time. We just couldn't believe that you could do that to your family members. That's why you should feel ashamed. That's the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We love you, but you got to take your place not in front. You need to learn. You'll never sit in the front of my throne again. You've ruined that shit. The best thing you can do is live a good life without being a piece of shit and acting as if it's okay to be that way. You better learn your ancestry and who you are. You damn sure don't know your cousins, your fucking first cousins. Second, black people know all of these people. Why you think we know how not to cross genetics? See, when you end up with the palest of pale genetics, that's Neanderthal-like ways, xenophobic type ways. You're not elevated. That shit is backwards that you taught yourself. You did not tell yourself the truth. For a long time, you Darwinistic thinking people, if you bet your heart and head on Darwinism, bless your slow soul. Go study some melanin too. You already know what it is. It's all of your damn suntan lotion that you get from killing a lot of people with melanin and extracting shit and synthesizing it. You better get more human. You better get more organic. You're running out of fucking time. All right, that's the show tonight. Love you guys. And remember, nature knows no color line. But this is the last, I'm going to go get my favorite part of the show. You know what it is. You know how I like to do. Yeah. Check it out. The will is yours. Don't you forget that shit. We can knock all this bullshit off. You just got to go to the root. Even you white people, you connect my children. Peace.